What is going on, San Antonio? Welcome, to our video again. So we're going to talk today about how you should start at the gym. We're continuing our series where we're talking to people about starting the new year right and seeing really good fitness results, keeping your New Year's resolutions and surpassing your goals. So I'm going to tell you specifically how many reps you should be doing, what repetitions are, how many repetitions you should be doing, how many times you should do them, what different body parts you should hit. That's what we're going to cover today. So before I get into that, I want to make sure we're talking about weight training. That's going to be the biggest bang for your buck. We've talked about this in a lot of our videos. You're going to be burning more calories when we're doing weight training. If you look over 48, 72 hours, maybe if you have a heart rate monitor, it won't burn, actually in the session, but over time, you're going to burn a lot more calories. And if you want more detail on that, feel free to look through our videos. We definitely have some of our podcasts on our website, octaneathleticperformance.com, that has a lot more information about that. So that being said, we're going to talk about weight training today. I'm going to give you a couple exercises that I really love for people to start with, and that's going to be a lower body and upper body exercise. That's going to be a deadlift. So you're going to be with the kettlebell here, chest up. You want to be able to, the way I always cue people is like, if you had a big logo on your shirt, maybe your Octane logo, hopefully, and if someone's in front of you, you want them to be able to see the logo. So chest up, that right there is allowing you to target the right muscle groups, and that is low back, all the way down to hamstrings and your glutes. So once you get that lower body, you want to make sure when you're starting, going back to the question, you're going to hit at least 15 reps. 15 reps of that exercise is going to allow your body to build up the capillary density. So you don't want to start with sets of 5. That might be too intense for your joints, depending how long it's been since you worked out. But 15 reps is a good key. You can get up to 20 reps. That's a great exercise. Now, when I say 15 to 20 reps, I always want to make sure that you're making sure that 15th rep is tough, right? So if we're going, if this weight is too light for you, whatever weight you choose, if that's too light for you, if 15 you finish and you're not out of breath or you're not struggling at all, then you probably need to bump it up just a little bit. And that's going to be where you're going to actually start using more calories and again, start seeing results. I would always couple that lower body exercise with doing an upper body exercise. This is good to tone up the arms. Just straight up and down. Keep it simple. Straight up and down. Again, 15 to 20 reps. And if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm working the big muscle groups. I showed you earlier, you're working your low back down to your hamstrings. Now that's going to do better if you're going into gym and doing maybe an arm exercise. The arm muscles are going to be about that big. So if you're doing some bicep curls or maybe the machine where you're doing curls on those, you're going to burn a little bit of calories. It might burn your arm, but it's not going to be burning your waistline very much. You want to work those big muscle groups like the kettlebell exercise I showed you, or like the overhead press. The overhead press is going to work here. It's going to work back of my arms. Definitely just more muscle groups, your whole shoulder and your arms at the same time. And you'll see results all over. So this is a primary muscle group, this is a secondary muscle group when you're working those exercises. So those are two good ones to start with. You can, when you're doing a total body exercise on, say, a first day when you're just starting at the gym, you can also include a back exercise with that. So while your shoulders are resting, maybe while your legs are resting, you can add in, back exercise. That'll help tone up your upper back, tone up your back, and also, your biceps as well. So that's a really good exercise to couple with the legs and your overhead press. Now, 15 to 20 reps, how many times should you do it? I would do it twice. When you're just starting, 2 times is a really good time. Typically, people like getting 3 sets of things. 3 sets is good, after about 3 weeks. So definitely, you do want to have some progress in your training. So you don't want to do 2 sets forever. So I will start with, 2 sets, and after 2 weeks, then you can move on to 3 sets. And then you can even, move on to lower reps. What I like to do is go from about 15 to about 10 reps. And then at 10 reps, build your strength. And once you're ready for more weight, you can even bump it up a little bit to 12. And then you decrease it to 10, increase the weight, kind of play around with those rep ranges. And I talked to a previous video as well about tracking. Make sure you track your workouts so that way you can continuously get progress And when you get progress, you're going to see it in your body, you know, and you're going to see it also in how much weights you're going to be able to lift. So again, you're coming in, you're doing 2 sets of exercise. You're going to be doing about 15 reps. Also, what you're going to be doing is you want to make sure frequency. Frequency is the most important. You know, one of the coaches I like talking about here is Mike Boyle. So Mike Boyle, he's a stud, trains some of the, you know, it's one of the best. I think he was rated the #1 gym here in the U.S. Now, frequency, he says, frequency is more important than intensity. So 3 times a week, even if you're not going as intense, you know, as you'd like to, it's more important just to get in the gym and you know, get 30 minutes in versus an hour and 15 or more than an hour, because you know, 30 minutes is definitely better than nothing. I know there's some days where, and today might be one of them, you know, where I just want to get 30 minutes in because my hour of hard workout is just not possible for that day. But when you build up, if you get to a high octane athlete like we have here, you know, at our gym over here by USAA, then you can build it up to 4 times a week, 5 times a week. We have a lot of our people coming in. We even have people doing 2 a day sometimes. I mean, but they didn't start like that. They built up. So when you're just starting at the gym, you definitely want to go in about 2 to 3 times. You know, then you can add more, and then keeping that frequency up. That's going to be more important than going 1 to 2 times a week and just killing it, because you're just going to be fatigued more than anything for those 2 days. So I hope that answered, you know, some of your questions of how you should start at the gym. And if you want more help with that, definitely feel free to reach out to us. You can call us at 781-1888 or visit our website, octaneathleticperformance.com. We have our Fit and 50 starting this coming weekend, so hopefully you can be a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.